It is around the start of the third week of August, so pretty late in the month already, and the spot looks pretty neat. The plants are developing greatly, the sun is still shining, we still have summer, and the photoperiodics are blooming. And even one of the automatics is still here, the wonderful purple queen. And it even has some purple touches, which is amazing. A nice little cute autoflower. Like last year, maybe some of you will remember Referenzpflänzchen. Reminds me of that. So that's pretty cute. But what the series is about is pretty clear. The photoperiodic plants. So let's take a brief look on the photoperiodic plants that are already blooming. And to the left we have the one that is already the furthest in the blooming phase with some weird leaves, but I don't know what that is, the rest of the plant looks great. The purple number 1 crossed with the purple queen automatic from last season. And this is amazing, it's just the mid of August and it's already in full bloom, and not since 3 days but since some weeks already, so the development is pretty neat so far. I can already see some purple touches on that. Not too sure if you can as well on the camera, maybe you could, but this is already a great signal that the main plant will be purple as well, and this is great. The other one is the tallest, but no signs of pre-flowers yet, which is kind of bad. But hey, because the plant is already the tallest, I got a little surprise for it, and I hope she's happy with that. The neighbor plant looks just fine, maybe a bit bright on the leaves, but still no pre-flowers, so this is definitely not interesting yet. And maybe not at all if it's not already in bloom. But what is definitely interesting is the neighbor of the neighbor, the Series 6. This is already blooming. It's some days or a week or 2 weeks behind the purple number 1. But it's said to be pretty mold resistant and it's already in bloom in the middle of August. Again, like the other one, not just the first pre-flowers, but it is in the blooming phase. Great stuff. I think this one is the Strawberry AK, which was a freebie. Not in bloom yet, so not that interesting. And the last photoperiodic one is another purple number 1 crossed with the purple queen. Also in bloom, which is great. So the cross of this has similar traits on all of the plants, which is a great sight. So this turned out to be a early blooming photoperiodic. But now take a look what was sent from the heavens as a gift. It's another female autoflower plant stimulated with colloidal silver to produce male pollen. So this one will pollinate the plants here to produce again a row of feminized seeds. This one is a purple queen that was pollinated from another purple queen last year. It grows great, it has no signs of mold. Great plant, great flowers, sadly no colors yet, but never mind, maybe the flowers, the colors of the flowers are still hidden and will show later on. Anyways, for an autoflower in the conditions that I grew it in, it looks wonderful, and I still have this cute little pot from last year here. We'll just put it in and then it can grow here and pollinate the other plants. So there it is in this cute little pot with a pretty thick layer of mulch because I'm not planning to visit here too often and the soil should stay humid as long as possible. Stabilized with a stick, and the stick is actually the the stem, you corrected me often enough, the stem of another Guerilla plant that was growing here last year. So yeah, that's definitely interesting. So the flowers look pretty good, they are pretty thick, but the plant has much air flowing around it because it's not too tightly packed, which is a good sign for me. And yeah, it already has the pollen sac, so the pollination can begin right away. When I visit the spot, I will do some shaky stuff with the pollen plant to get the pollen precisely to the plants where I want it. Of course, I will let the plant just sit here and spread its pollen naturally through the wind, but doing this is, well, not harmful, I guess. All of the plants that are already in flower will get a shaky now and a slappy here. And yeah, I will just do that every time I visit, maybe once a week, let's see. And like this, the plants should be pretty nicely pollinated. And yeah, that's it for care for the first weeks of August. Again, I did not water, I did not feed the plants again, I just let them grow and now they are getting pollinated, which is kind of cool. I am, well, pretty hyped for the result of the purple number ones crossed with purple queen, now crossed with purple queen, crossed with purple queen, maybe a bit too much purple queen in the genetics, and it's feminized crossed with feminized again. Let's see how they will turn out, but experimenting is not bad, I guess. Just some days later, because I wanted to check on how the feminized pollen plant is doing, and it's pretty yellow, maybe due to the fact that it got many of the roots ripped off of it, but the flowers still look pretty good. My main concern was the watering, but as you can see, under the thick layer of mulch, it's still pretty wet. I guess the layer of mulch was way too thick, so I loosened it up a little bit to get a better mulch layer, and this should be enough. Except for that, not too much. Again, even in just 3 days the flowers are visibly more developed, but I think we can spare that part for the last visit of August, so you don't have to watch everything again. So, welcome to the update of end of August, and before we take a look at the photoperiodics, it's time to take a look at the important stuff. Which is of course the automatic one. Which looks amazing. The purple comes through really nice and even starts to crawl into the sugar leaves, which looks even more great. The flowers are healthy and thick and wide, and the plant is dark green and is purple. It's just wonderful. Of course it could be a bit bigger, but who cares about the size anyways? Even the popcorn stuff in the bottom looks kind of satisfying. Just smooth. I don't know how I could call this plant otherwise. It's absolutely smooth, but small. And now, first a check on the pollen plant. It looks even brighter yellowish than last time. Maybe of course, maybe it's a surprise. But the flowers are still green and untouched by any deficiency or similar. The leaves, on the other hand, from close they look pretty weird, but well, the pollen that the plant was able to spread already could be enough. Let's see. And from watching from the top you don't even see too many pollen sacs, but watching from a lower angle you can see there are plenty, and even the first seeds developing in the plant itself. The mulch layer was way smarter and the pot is still humid even if I wasn't here for like 2 weeks. It hasn't really rained in the time, maybe 1 or 2 times, slightly, but this is a big surprise for me. So let's take a look at the photoperiodics, how they did at the end of August, and the first one looks amazing. It looks so fresh and, well, I mean the flowers, they look so fresh and new and but big. It looks like an automatic in the midsummer and not like a classic photoperiodic in the fall. So this is a great surprise. I mean, just look at it. This is amazing. I love this plant, and this photo looks pretty neat as well. There you can see pretty good that the purple colors start to push through now really good, and also on all the side branches. The plant is pretty much packed everywhere, not just on the tops but also all around the side branches, so if the genetic is somehow mold resistant, this will yield pretty much. And I like the fact that the purple color is everywhere, even on the side branches that are on the northern side of the plant. Pretty good. And yeah, of course, it would be more amazing if the plant would reach somewhere like there. But hey, we gotta take what we got, and this is around 180, which is pretty good. It's slightly above 180, by the way. Oh, the neighbor plant that was top right there, sadly not even pre-flowers yet, so I'm not sure this one will be able to bloom in the fall here. Sad, but true. But anyways, we'll just let it continue to grow and see what happens. Maybe there will be a surprise. Almost a similar view on the plant next to it, but this one has the first pre-flowers. But here you can see a kind of dilemma that I have. I always think, should I fertilize them a bit because they look so bright and almost yellowish? But then I see the burnt leaf tips, which are an indicator of some nutrient overdose, so I'm not sure, and I will just let them continue as they are. But overall they look healthy, so it's not too bad, I guess. And time now for the Series 6, which looks pretty amazing as well. This one even a bit brighter and some more yellowish leaves down there, but just look at the top. I don't really think I have to say too much about it. Interestingly, only the tops of all side branches and the main color look amazing like this. I personally have never seen something like this. The flowers are all green, but the pistil hairs are pink or reddish. Looks great, but as you can see here, except for the main bud of the stem, there's not much to see. It has many big tops, but well, besides of that there's almost nothing. And here again in some pictures, because I wasn't sure the camera is able to catch the colors on video. Without editing, it looks still better as in the camera, but the camera is still able to capture the colors because they are plentiful. It's not like it's just a bit of rosé or stuff, they are pretty damn red. And there you can even see the first seed of it forming, which is amazing as well. I am hyped for that. The Series 6 is already a F1 hybrid, so I'm not sure what pollinating it with my plants will do to the genetic, but we'll just find it out. The next plant also not even the first pre-flower, so let's see how this one will turn out. And here again, the second purple number 1. It looks leaf-wise like the most rubbish one, but with the flowers everything is alright. It's pretty good green up in the, well, in the upper areas of the plant, so I am happy with that one. And there again the burnt leaf tips, but the possible deficiency down there, I'm not too sure what to do, but anyways, we'll continue. The good thing with the soil is the area is not limited. If I am growing in a pot and it has a deficiency or overdose of nutrients, well, you have to do something because otherwise the grow will pretty much end. But in an open setting like here, if you do nothing, most of the times it will regulate itself. Funny thing with this one, it has pretty, well, way thicker than average pistil hairs, which is also interesting. Besides of that, not too much special stuff going on, not too deep colors as with the other one or ones, but still, for the date we have, the end of August, the flowers look pretty well. And before leaving for the August, it's time for a last shaky. So yeah, that was it for the August update. Now the fall will slowly start and we will see how the plants will develop. Will they be mold resistant? Will I lose everything to molds? Let's see. How many seeds will they produce? How will the colors be? How many sun hours will they even get in the later season? Because if we take a look at the sky sometimes, we can see the area is pretty limited. The sun is only visible when it gets over these trees to the left, and then will get blocked again from this tree in the middle before a new section is opened, before this new section will also be closed due to the other trees. So even if this area looks pretty open, there is not too much direct sunlight, so this is pretty much a grow in not ideal sun conditions, but even for that, the plants that are already in bloom look pretty good, so I am pleased with that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the series so far. Now it will get to the heated up phase in September and then October. Stay tuned until that. Cheers!